Hi, welcome to Let's Learn channel. In today's video, we will be learning about the grafting process in plant propagation. So first, what is grafting? The process in which two different plants are joined together is called as grafting. And here the top part is called as scion and the lower part is called as rootstock. So see in this image, the scion, which is the upper part, is one variety. This will be joined together with the rootstock, which is the lower part, okay, and it is another variety. This number one variety and another number two variety will be joined together to get a new variety, and this joining process is called as grafting. I think you are clear, okay. Now this joining part is called as graft union. So this is scion, I think you know, and this is rootstock. So this two will be joined, right? And this joining part is called none other than graft union. Why we are joining both of this part? To have a contact of cambium of both the scion and rootstock. And this grafting will be most commonly done in dicot and gymnosperm. As you know, this cambium will be present between the xylem and phloem of a vascular bundle, and this cambium will be mostly present in dicot plants only. So grafting will be done in dicot and gymnosperm, okay, gymnosperm plants. I think you are clear. Now we'll see what are the types of grafting, which are wipe and splice grafting, wipe and tongue grafting, cleft grafting, side grafting, in-arching or approach grafting, and epicardial grafting. So these are the most important types of grafting. Now number one, we will see the wipe and splice grafting. Here the rootstock and scion should be selected of equal diameter. Okay, the rootstock should be 1 year old, which should be selected from the nursery. So here the rootstock is A and scion is B, and this rootstock should be 1 year old, which should be selected from the nursery, and a slice cut should be given, that is a slanting cut should be given. The same slanting cut should be given to the scion. Same diagonal cut should be made on the scion. After making this slanting cut, this should be joined together with the polythene strip and covered with the polythene cover to get the bud formation from the scion. Okay, so this process and this type is called as wipe and splice grafting. Okay, so we'll see again with an image. So a rootstock of 1 year old rootstock should be given a slanting cut. Okay, the same slice of slanting cut should be given on the scion, and this too should be covered with a polythene strip. Tightly it should be bound with polythene strip. After 3 to 4 months, you can see a bud formation from the scion. Okay, and if you see any bud formation from the rootstock, that should be immediately detached. Only a bud formation from scion should be allowed. Okay, so that the rootstock and scions both character will be seen in scion. Okay, I think you are clear with this. Next we will see the wipe and tongue grafting. It is same as like splice grafting. So before we see the same grafting type as this wipe and tongue grafting. One difference is a tongue-like cut will be made in both scion and rootstock for proper contact between the cambium layer. So you see here, this is a slanting cut, right? But in this slanting cut, a small tongue-like cut is given. The same tongue-like cut will be given in the scion A, B to get a new variety C. So see, these two will be properly contacted. Okay, and then covered with the polythene strip. So why we are making this? To have a proper contact between the cambium layer. Okay, so a tongue-like cut should be given on the rootstock. The same cut should be given on the scion. Okay, after giving the same tongue-like cutting, this should be tied with the polythene strip. So here from after 3 or 4 months a bud will be formed, and any bud formed from rootstock should be detached. Okay, we will see about the cleft grafting. Here the rootstock should be given a vertical cut. A vertical cut should be given to insert the scion in it. Two scion base with wedge shape cut. So here the wedge shape cut should be given for two scions, and it should be inserted at the both ends of the rootstock. Okay, it should be inserted at both ends of the rootstock, not at the center. Then it should be tied with polythene strip. Okay. Next is side grafting. What is side grafting? Scion will be inserted at the side of the rootstock. Okay, so this is rootstock. Here a slanting cut at the rootstock will be given. In the slanting cut, this wedge shaped scion will be inserted in it. Okay, so this process is called as side grafting. Scion inserted at side of the rootstock, slanting cut at the side of rootstock will be made. After that scion will be inserted. Okay, next is inarching or approach grafting. Here select the scion from a well established tree, not detached until the graft union takes place. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? Means from a big tree. Okay, from that a scion should be selected till the graft union takes place. It should not be detached from the mother plant. And rootstock should be from a potted plant. It should be from a potted plant. Okay, 5 to 8 centimeter long slice of bark should be removed from both the rootstock and scion. Then it can be tied up with the polythene strip. 1 month after grafting leads to the growth. Okay, this is so. A scion from a well established tree should be selected, and a rootstock should be 1 year old rootstock. Here a piece of bark should be removed from both. The same size should be done. After that, this should be joined with the rootstock and polythene strip should be made. After you see a bud formation after 3 or 4 months, this should be detached from the mother plant. This scion must be detached from the mother plant, and rootstock should be given a proper growth. So if you see any growth from rootstock, this should also be detached. Okay, so this is inarch or approach grafting. Next we are going to see about the epicotyle or stone grafting. Here the only one difference is the rootstock should be 2 weeks older rootstock. Okay, not 1 year old rootstock. Very young rootstock should be selected from the nursery, and matured scion will be selected. Here the scion should be given a wedge cut, and in rootstock a vertical split should be done and remove some bark, then it should be inserted. So you can see, right? See here, the wedge shaped scion is inserted into the vertical splitted rootstock, and this process is called as epicotyle or stone grafting. This will be most commonly done in mangoes. Okay, so vertical cut in rootstock is made to remove the inner part to insert the scion. So the rootstock should be given a vertical split. Okay, and the scion should be given a wedge shape. This too should be inserted. Okay. The wedge shaped scion and rootstock should be inserted and tied up with the polythene strip. Okay, so this is the last type of grafting. I think you are clear with what is the meaning of grafting and the types of grafting. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.